everyone, and welcome to Death Stranding 2 on the beach. We are playing the sequel to one of the most iconic and memorable games of our generation, and I'm excited to be here today. This is my very first Hideo Kojima game at launch, which is super exciting. On the channel, we have gone through the Metal Gear Solid series. I have played Policenauts. I have played Death Stranding's Director's Cut when that released on PC. And now I'm finally here at Death Stranding 2. I was a little bit late to the Kojima party, and outside of Snatcher, which is old school and I have yet to play, I'm pretty damn well caught up on this man's history of work, and I'm just so excited to be here. I'm in the early access period at the time of recording this because I got this, it's blurring out, but I got this big box. This is the collector's edition box of Death Stranding 2. It's a giant box. It comes with a little guy in it. It comes with a little guy. He can sit on your little keychain. And then it also comes with one of these bad boys, which I have sitting on the desk here. There we go. All right, let me see about turning this blur off just for a second. Here we go. Big Magellan statue that came with the collector's edition. Pretty gorgeously detailed and put together. Thankfully not broken. Never know how it's going to be when it's packed in a box like that. Always potential for it to be busted, but very exciting. This is my one opportunity to rep the fanboy merch because I adored Death Stranding, the first game. A very divisive and controversial walking simulator with a gorgeous story, amazing soundtrack, just had the time of my life. I loved it so much. And it's been a little while now since I played it on the channel. We played it at the end of 2021. So it's been a little while. Been just over 3 years. I'm very excited to see what this game is going to be about. We have seen some of the trailers. I have not been watching anything of the recent trailers, and I think there'll be a launch trailer edited by Kojima himself coming out over the next couple of days with the official public launch of the game. I will not be watching that either because, I mean, we're here. I don't need to. I have no idea what's going to be going on with this Death Stranding recap either because recapping the story of the previous game is kind of a giant ask, but we shall see. My theories about this game, characters in this game, and where things are going have been going crazy in the small footage that we have been shown at certain events. I'm just very excited to be here and very grateful that I get to share this journey with all of you as well that love either Death Stranding or Hideo Kojima's previous games. This is a very special moment for me. I think one of my favorite things on the channel, whenever it comes up, is when I've played through games in my backlog, been late to the party, and then a new game comes out in that series or a new game by the developer, and I get to play the brand new version. That happened with like Elden Ring. It happened with Dragon Age the Veilguard. It's happened with Death Stranding 2 here. There are numerous other examples, of course. There's just games that I've gotten to share the new release hype with, and that is so much fun. All right, enough yapping. Death Stranding 2. I'm going to press the recap because I want to see what happens. I want to see what this is.
Perhaps you remember me. That's right. It's Dead Man. The world, as you know, is in awful shape. And it's all because of the Death Stranding.
Nice. Okay, so it's a Dead Man narrated recap across 17 pages.
The dead started to find their way into our midst, crossing over from the other side. We call these entities BTs, beached things. When they came into contact with the living, The result was instant annihilation. A void out, leaving nothing but a massive crater in its wake. But that was only the beginning. Strange rain fell from the sky, rapidly aging everything it touched. A phenomenon we came to know as timefall. Structures would rust and collapse, and people grew old in an instant. The world transformed into something completely unrecognizable. Those who survived these changes came to fear both timefall and BTs alike. They withdrew into the remaining cities, which in turn closed their doors to outsiders. People ceased to travel and stopped meeting in person. They grew distant from one another and became further isolated. The social, cultural, and political bonds between humans began to crumble. The Death Stranding was hastening humanity's extinction. Seeing this, Bridget Strand, the last president of the United States of America, founded Bridges, an organization committed to making America whole again and providing a future for all humankind. However, Bridget died before she could realize this ambition. It was you, Sam, who took up her cause and resolved to see it through. Sam, the humble porter, who also possessed the unique powers of a repatriate, the one and only person who could save humanity. So with Bridges' Cupid in hand, and accompanied by the bridge baby Lou, you embarked on a journey across North America. Of course, you had struggles of your own, often phosmophobia, or the fear of being touched. The despair of having lost everything was just too much. But despite it all, you strived to bring people together. By extending the chiral network across the length and breadth of the continent, you would enable the rebirth of the United States as the United Cities of America. You were also to rescue Bridget's daughter, Amelie, who had been taken captive by terrorists. These were the vital missions you were entrusted with, Sam. We, your friends at Bridges, did everything we could to support your efforts. There was our director, Di Hardman, a close associate of Bridget, who was dedicated to fulfilling her final wishes. His commitment to American Reconstructionism was absolute, and for that he was named the first president of the UCA. And of course, Sam, the incomparable Dead Man, yours truly. I'd like to think we became the best of friends. As you may recall, I was born from an artificial womb, and over the course of my life was the recipient of numerous organ transplants. I've always got on with the dead. I used to be a coroner. Anyway, I pushed myself physically and mentally to help you and your BB, Lou. Mama and Lochna were twin sisters, as you may remember. Skilled scientists who developed the Cupid, which was essential for chiral network expansion. A personal tragedy caused the two of them to grow apart. But they've since reconciled, with both their souls residing in the same body. Hartman. Every 21 minutes his soul departs his physical form, and for 3 minutes his body is clinically dead. During this temporary death, his soul is sent to the beach. That's why he knows more about the beach and the Death Stranding than anyone else. His knowledge proved indispensable in the execution of your mission, Sam. Fragile. Leader of the private delivery outfit, Fragile Express. Exposure to timefall caused her entire body from the neck down to age significantly. It was the mark of a terrible betrayal. Higgs, a former comrade, used timefall as an instrument of torture, you see. To no surprise, Fragile was hell-bent on getting revenge. But after meeting you, Sam, she had a change of heart. As your friends, We would stop at nothing to see you succeed. But ultimately, crossing the continent was something you had to do on your own, with only Lou for company, and with no end to the forces that stood in opposition. Deadly BTs, unforgiving terrain and unpredictable weather, ruthless terrorists. The list goes on. Without a doubt, your greatest enemy was Higgs. Convinced that humanity deserved to go extinct, he kidnapped Amelie and tried to torment you and countless others. But neither he nor anything else could stop you from achieving your goal. The chiral network was finally completed. The bridge to the future was built, but your ordeal was not yet over. You had to learn the real nature of the Death Stranding, a secret that Amelie had kept hidden from us all this time, and a terrible truth you had to face. But you accepted this final revelation, Sam, and did what had to be done. America rose from the ashes as the UCA, and as the people celebrated your accomplishments, you carried out one final mission in secret, to save your BB, to save Lou. You removed the child from the pod that was their prison and began a new life together. And so it was that the two of you vanished without so much as a trace.
Not a bad recap at all. I think that covers some pretty good bases of like the characters and the relationships that you formed and how their plot lines are as they currently stand. So that was actually quite good. Obviously, there's a lot of nuance lost there. There's a lot of the side characters that are not addressed. There's, hey, pretty big revelation there, but you dealt with it. That sort of stuff that kind of glosses over that element. But some core components to character dynamics here in the recap, and some beautiful music to it as well. So I think that works. If we wanted to recap Death Stranding 1, we'd be here for a few hours. So it's a compromise. All right, we're going to start a new game of Death Stranding. Challenging gameplay, an enjoyable story, recommended for those who are familiar with action games. Bam. Give it to me. Oh yes, the birthday. It is said that a person's birthday will indicate their path in life. Research has also shown that it can determine a person's experience of dooms. Enter your birthday and see what the future has in store. I am on the 7th month and the 12th day. Very nice. Is this your birthday? I will be playing this game on my birthday at some point during this playthrough. Not quite my birthday yet, but it's coming up, so we'll see what the game does for it. With dooms, whilst dooms can afflict almost anyone, those born under constellations with a greater connection to the beach, including Cancer, Pisces, Sagittarius, and Delphinus, are said to be more susceptible to developing the condition. It is believed that such individuals are fated to walk a life path fraught with disquiet and turmoil. And Cancer is in my birthday month. So apparently in the little like 30-second, it felt like 30 seconds, it went so quick, little scene that we were shown at the Summer Games Fest, two characters have the Cancer Doom symbol on their hand. I'm going to relate to those characters. We're born in the same month, apparently. Got that same symbol. All right. I'm so excited. Once there was an explosion. They opened it with it. They opened with it. I was just copying the opening to the first game. A bang that echoed around the world. A phenomenon known as the Death Stranding. Beached things, BTs, lost spirits of the dead, found their way into our midst. When they came into contact with the living, the result was instant annihilation. Avoid our. Since most could neither see nor sense BTs, people lived in fear of them, withdrawing from the outside world. Cities became isolated, and humanity crept toward extinction. To unite what was left of America, a porter named Sam forged a bond with a bridge baby called Lou, who possessed a special connection to the other side. Together they journeyed west across the continent, reconnecting the people through the chiral network. But on that day that the United Cities of America celebrated the nation's rebirth, Sam and Lou vanished without a trace. Though UCA officials attempted to track them down, the pair's whereabouts remain unknown. "11 months later." Okay. Not even the full year.
Me? I've always loved porters. Through freezing rain and biting wind, across rivers, mountains, and endless deserts, they come to deliver something priceless, a glimpse of a life I've never known. They're my window, my sole connection to the outside world, and I know they'll be back again today.
-61. Have I ever really loved someone? Do I deserve what I've got? Now the great systems turn into traps and the fears switching sides. I own $1 million worth of stock, but I still won't sleep at night. What is it that I've become? -61. Now the water level rises high in my cold paradise, where men sit in circles and talk numbers I never really liked. The way they think of life as some kind of gamble and watch the city drown. Where is it that I belong? -61. Now the wind cuts the leaves like a knife and the sun's out of sight. I see the world I built lose at the trial, what is left and what is right. I made the worst mistake one can make, pretending and playing blind. What is it I'm trying to find?
Okay, time to head home.
Oh my god! That was all in engine, dude. What the fuck? I'm like, you telling me that those environments were not filmed in live action? This is insane! Those environments were gorgeous, and the Woodkid musical intro, oh my god. Which reminded me, just like the Death Stranding 1 playthrough, the Death Stranding 2 playthrough will contain every single theme and piece of music put into this game. Yes, it will probably most likely get copyrighted. I'm taking that hit. The music is such a core part of this experience, and it's built in. You know, copyright or no, whatever. It's worth it for this game. This is just exceptional. I'm playing on a base PS4, a base PS5, by the way. I do not have a PlayStation 5 Pro. I do not have the PlayStation 5 Slim. This is just the PlayStation 5 I got in 2020. Playing on performance mode because we'll get that 60 frames per second. And this is performance mode, by the way. And it looks sharp. It looks crisp. The last PlayStation 5 game I played on my console was Final Fantasy VII Rebirth. And let me tell you, adore that game. 2 pieces, one of my favorites of the year. It's incredible. Optimization and performance-wise, it was not there. Quality mode and performance mode were both pretty shocking. Performance mode was blurry as hell, so I actually ended up copping the 30 frames and playing on quality for just having some ability to see what the hell was going on. I don't have to do that here. This optimization, just on first glance, is crazy. So let's take a look at this. This music! So we're returning home. Over in this direction. And if I open this, I can soothe Lou. Here he is. Little guy. Little guy. And I can gently rock him up and down.
Someone's in a good mood.
Hey! And look, guys, I'm rocking him gently, unlike the first game where I was shaking that pod like a soft drink can. I was ready to explode. Okay, this is the most adorable thing ever. And I don't even like children. But I love whatever this is. You get to do it in third person as well. Rock the baby. Can you throw him in the air like a dad does? You go, huh! You get up there. How much can I rock you?
Let's go home and get you fed.
Look at this smile on his face, dude. Oh my god, I haven't even moved yet. Okay, let's get ready. Proceeding along the ridge. I cannot believe this game, dude. Already, just that gorgeous environment, mimicking the environment intro from the first game. A dramatic environment shift, though. I guess we won't... Oh, he just went to say something. I guess we won't be pissing this time to start. He went to say something. I saw the subtitle pop over at the edge of the ridge there. Interesting. I'm taking my time. As you know, I'm just soaking it in. I'm having a really good time. I'm so excited for this. Let's get that balance going. Baby does not have any protection this time. Has he got airbags in that suit of his, just in case I take a tumble? How am I supposed to get there? Fucking hell. Wait, I think I'm trying to look for a... Whoa! I'm trying to look for a path to get there. Do I have to go down here, actually? Hold on. I think I gotta go down. Where's my ladder at? Just checking my, Oh, I do got my little scanner. You reckon I can climb down and go through here? I'm scared. I'm with child now. It's a little bit dangerous. Can Can I make this?
Oh, yeah.
There we go. I did it. I see a ladder icon over in the distance. Oh no, my baby! I've fallen on my back. You don't have to cry, Lou. It's okay. I'm not good at this. Hang on, Lou. Hold on. It's your papa's fault for some reason wanting to go home on a ridge. It's all good.
Okay, you're all right.
Yeah, see, look how good we're going. We're doing so well, little guy. Exactly. We're just testing the mechanics. We're just testing the mechanics of the game. We're intentionally making the baby cry so we can do soothing. Alright, here we go. I cannot believe how this environment looks. The detail here is shocking. Just be careful. Whoa. Where was that ladder at?
Yeah.
These icons indicate where it's... here we go. I can see the... we got footsteps. They say, go down this way. Go this way. Don't fall. I like that Sam, obviously, is going to fall on his back because he's not going to crush the child attached to the front. I need to do a better job than my first episode of Death Stranding 1 where I died before trying to figure out how I could take a piss. It's that ladder. I'm going to that ladder. I might need that. I'm probably going to need that to get somewhere. The trench coat fit is such a cool vibe. We got cryptobiotes over here, mate. Oh! What are these things? Are these friendly? What are these chiral looking creatures? I don't want to get too close to them.
Damn. I did not like the look of that.
Okay, is it risky for me to go and grab this? I'm getting it. I got some chiral crystals.
Best keep our distance.
Okay, we do want to keep our distance for these, whatever the hell they are. Ew. Chiral crystals are made of a mysterious substance that becomes buoyant when assembled in bulk. Every 1,000 of chiral crystals does stuff. Let me climb up here. Yoji Shinkawa, the goat. Potential gate quake detected. Whoa!
I feel that.
A gate quake measuring 4 on the G scale has occurred. The hell? Alright, watch this. Here we go. No. I'm gonna go down here. just a nice casual hike through a rocky region. Let's try get to these cryptobiotes. I can see the icon over there. That one was measuring 7. Don't worry, Lou. The ground is just giving you a big old hug.
Don't worry, it's okay.
Very good, kid. 7 on the G scale. He doesn't like that. Yeah, let me get more of these. Up. Hiya! Give me some of them crystals. So I have a weapons and tools, which is currently I've got my strand, and I do have urination, which currently cannot be used. So that's still here. Oh, cool. Ladder and a climbing anchor. That UI is clean. Yummy.
That's tasty.
But how does it taste? Eating cryptobiotes will restore our blood levels. Let me capture a few of these. And then I have a consumables section. There's the little guy. A tardigrade-like organism that was first identified after the Death Stranding. Eating one will immediately restore Sam's blood levels and fill the consciousness gauge. God, it's just one of those moments where I don't even care what the objective is, you know what I mean? Like, I'm having such a nice time doing what we're doing here already. I'm gonna try to take this ladder up.
Great. Brain.
Oh. Oh, shit. He's got his little, look, he's protected. The little hood activates. I want to take this ladder up here. And the rain details on the screen. Alright, we're gonna take this ladder up. Ah, slippery. There we go. I'm gonna take this ladder up. Oh, cool! Woo! What the hell? That's so sick. Zoom up on the ladder. God, the way the music is going through this whole thing, and the way the weather is picking up, like, holy shit. This is such a cinematic build-up, just like this slow build as you go through here. This is fucking fantastic. Never thought you'd get so excited by walking, huh? knowing what we've gone through with the first game, this walk just feels so much more powerful compared to the first game. Just all of the context that we have about this world. I love how this has been put together. Even the camera pulling back right now. Heavy time fall. How far away are we? 270 meters. Hopefully no more gate quakes.
Almost there.
This music, holy fuck, this music. All right, ladder time. The unknown Portum Apocalypse. There it is.
Hey!
Oh, I can call out. Oh, there's photo mode. Yep, there's photo mode, of course. We love photo mode in this house. Sam's pose and expression. Yes, thank you very much. That's exactly what we're after, gang. Yes, 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 yes. Oh, photo mode's gonna be so good.
Hey!
There, we made it.
Hike complete. New Woodkid music, I'm all for it. Wasting no time. Huh. Oh, it's a security system! Oh, that's genius! He's a little fake hologram BT defense system. Oh, that's amazing. Genius little hideout there. That's clever.
Raindrops are falling on my head, and just like the guy's feet are too big for his bed, nothing seems to fit. Those raindrops are falling on my head.
That's just Norman Reedus. That's not even Sam at this point.
Not bad, little Porter. Not bad at all.
And I said I didn't like the way he got things done. Sleeping
Okay,
on the
Lou. Time
job.
for some nom-noms.
Those raindrops are falling on my head. They keep falling. But there's one
Come on,
thing
open up.
I know. The blues they sing
There you go.
to me. It won't be long till happiness steps up to creep.
We know who that is immediately.
Raindrops falling on my head, but that doesn't mean my eyes will soon be turning red. 'Cause I'm never gonna stop the rain by complaining, because I'm free.
Who's there?
I've got a frying pan.
Who are you? Fragile?
Were you cooking?
What are you doing here?
Because I'm free.
I've been looking for you.
Nothing's worrying.
The hand mask thing is so good. It's genuinely amazing. It's so just one of those ridiculous concepts I love to see.
Wow. Lou's growing up fast. You two look good. Like a happy family. Here's a gift. The finest Carol printed diapers.
Thank God. How'd you track us down?
Your neighbor got hooked.
I had to at least see what this was going to be. I had to interrupt the story just to see what this was going to be. We just got to see for a second. We have a corpus, basically a codex. Okay, we have a data bank of a lot of information. Probably won't do this during cutscenes. We'll check this after, but I just wanted to check the pop-up the first time it came up. So in the corpus, you can review the story so far, examine terminology, check the controls, and browse gameplay tips. It also has the story, the data bank, and tips and controls. And we can see what a chiral printer is, which, of course, it uses. It's basically 3D printing of the chiral network's cutting-edge data, so it can make cutting-edge diapers.
To the chiral network. Service now extends to the whole region. I let myself in with this. You can use chiral printers now, too.
Guess it's time we thought about moving. Maybe further south. You know, I'm surprised you used the front door for once.
My jumping days are behind me. Overdoing it left me with some kind of syndrome. They call it jump shock.
You care for a drink?
Thank you, but no. I should get straight to the point.
Business, huh? I mean, for a moment there, I thought maybe you wanted to catch up.
I have a job for you. Take it, and that whole mess over how you left bridges will be wiped from the record. You won't have to live in hiding anymore.
What about Lil?
That's a little more complicated. We're talking about a Bridges asset. You'll have to work it out. Sam, you brought America together. Helped it be reborn as the UCA. But I'm afraid that Death Stranding is far from over. Humanity is still in danger. Still on the brink of extinction. Don't act like you don't see it. A lot of things changed after you went off on your own. Especially within the UCA. Bridges no longer oversees the distribution network. They withdrew once things were up and running. So your friends and co-workers all went their separate ways. And that's not all. Die Hard Man is not the president of the UCA anymore. In case you're wondering who's handling distribution now, A Pass 4000 has revolutionized the whole process. It utilizes the chiral network to manage and carry out deliveries. Within network coverage, there's no need to rely on human porters anymore. And no need for Fragile Express, of course. So after I closed up shop, I went and started a new group. One that handles work in regions outside the UCA. We decided to call ourselves Drawbridge. And we still require the services of human porters, that can work outside the network. Preferably ones with dooms who can sense BTs. Sam, I'm asking you to go to Mexico. To extend the chiral network to the south. Just like you did when you went out west.
You're asking, or is this coming from the UCA?
Both. The UCA came to Drawbridge, and now I'm coming to you. So, what do you say?
Dialogue options? What in the hell? Oh my god, okay. This is so crazy. Okay. Playing the first game in 2019 when it first came out, and then experiencing the pandemic of 2020 would have been just such an insane little, like, oh, what the fuck? And then I got to play it in 2021 when we were still kind of suffering and having those lingering effects of all of the lockdowns and the isolationism and the being super disconnected and needing to reconnect and be quite purposeful and intentional with our social life, especially coming out of that. And then this game being like, hey, it's all automated now. Humans don't even have to do anything, guys. AI, it's great. Here's our automated porter system. You don't need to do your jobs anymore. Humans are now having to resort to needing jobs in more dangerous regions. We went from the dangers of not being connected to now the dangers of being too connected. Should we have connected being the tagline for this one. God, I'm so excited. This is crazy though. Can we access the... No, you can't access your little codex while the pop-up isn't in the top right corner. I can't hold down the start button. But it seems there's going to be a few pop-ups and buzzwords, which is not unique to something like this. It does make sense. It's like, for example, like reading the Dune novel, there's so many buzzwords and there's like names and things that are unique to that world because, you know, they live in the world. They don't have to stop every 5 seconds and go, it's a jump shark. Do you know what a jump shark is? A jump shark is when I do this. It's up to us to be able to understand. Obviously, it's some sort of condition of jumping too much. We can put that together in the cutscene, and then if we want to actually get a proper definition, like Dune at the back of the book has its full glossary of information of like, this is what this means, this is what this means, and this game doing a very similar thing. I think it's good to have something like that. I'm assuming that asking questions is the way to go first before you just say, I'll do it. So I'm really curious if we're able to ask multiple of these. Let's say, why me first? Because we have high dooms.
Seriously, why me?
There are several reasons I thought of you for this job. Deadman, for one. He's currently working at a lab in southern Mexico. I don't know the details, but the research they're conducting there is important. Very important. And there are certain things he'd like to tell you in person.
I think Lou in cutscenes is going to be like just such a shining moment of paying attention to what Lou's getting up to, like hugging the cryptobiote thing and a little plushie. Should I continue pushing the same dialogue pathway before I answer left and right?
Well, that was one reason. You got more?
I do. And this one's serious. There is some BT territory near that lab I mentioned. They monitor the chiralium levels, and recently, they've observed unusual activity. The cause is still unclear, but they seem to think there's a good chance a massive BT is headed their way. And if they're right, then I want you there, ready to kill it before it kills them. Don't forget, Sam. You were the first person in the world to ever take out a BT.
I'm gonna keep pushing the same pathway. I'm gonna go up again before I start diverging, I reckon.
Guess that makes sense. But something's still bugging me.
What?
All this talk about extending the network into Mexico. Isn't the UCA basically expanding their territory? Taking control? Claiming it for their own?
Sam, it's not like that. They're not trying to take over the world. They just want to link up new areas with the chiral network. Like the internet before the Death Stranding. Public infrastructure to connect people. Which is why, instead of turning to an established government agency like Bridges, the UCA contracted a private organization, like ours, who then decided to employ the services of a freelancer like yourself. So please, Sam, won't you help us out?
I won't do it ends up being the option that pops up. That's kind of crazy.
Chiralium contamination is severe. Some areas have it worse than anything you experienced back in the UCA. The timefall storms are growing more intense as well. And, as you can imagine, everything in their path is subject to temporal acceleration. Objects and structures degrade rapidly, while animals and humans grow old and frail in the blink of an eye. Timefall often precedes the appearance of BTs there too. So you should do everything you can to stay out of it as much as possible. There are many other dangers, though. The rivers can flood in an instant, and earthquakes happen daily.
Cool, okay. Getting the vibe that the left and right options are super optional in terms of getting more information, then it fades out. Top section gives us some really good dialogue that actually Norman Reedus voiced. And then the bottom one is just proceed. I fucking love that. Are there BTs out there?
Mexico has no shortage of beached things. Spirits of the dead washed up from the other side were stranded there just like everywhere else. Any human corpse that hasn't been properly disposed of will become a BT. And any living human that comes into contact with a BT will get dragged into the depths of the tar. Giant BTs can and will emerge from the tar as well. And if they succeed in consuming a living human being, they'll trigger a void out, destroying everything nearby in a massive explosion. Several Mexican cities were wiped off the map in this way. The survivors have since become divided and isolated. As most people cannot see BTs, they live in fear of them, and that fear has made them too terrified to venture outside.
I'm really curious at this point in time about what I Won't Do It will even do, because surely we have to, but I'm so curious. I'm gonna pick I Won't Do It out of sheer curiosity. Are you fucking kidding me? What do you mean? It just restarted again! It just started again! Oh my god! I won't do it. You have to watch the cutscene again.
Bad, reporter. Not bad at all.
I thought it was gonna roll credits and say game over for a second there as soon as it started playing, like fade into black. I won't do it. Rolls credits. Game over. Oh my god. Wait, but look! That photo moment was captured in time. What the fuck? Wait, what the hell? That's so funny. One more time. I can't believe that's actually a thing. That is so funny. Holy fuck. The way that the cutscene starts again, but then it also literally factors itself in and has a photo on the wall of the interaction. I'm so glad I picked that one out of curiosity, because I'm like, why is that even an option? You know what I mean? Oh, that's hilarious. Okay. I guess we should accept the order now. Oh! Wait, what the fuck? No, what are you doing? Oh no, I'm being punished. No, I'm being punished.
No, no!
-61.
Oh my god. Oh. Oh no. I was like, he's gonna make me go all the way back to the start for being an asshole. Oh my god. Holy shit. I'm so glad I picked it twice. All right. Settle down. Oh, that's so funny. All right, that was so worth doing. Oh my god.
Yeah, all right.
So you'll do it?
Uh-huh. What about Lou, though? It's not like I can take my kid with me. If I do this, can you hold the fort for me while I'm gone? Play babysitter?
We're inside the network. There's a child care app I can use. It'll be fine. The lab is only a few days away. I promise he'll be back before you know it. Link up the region as you head south, and come home safe. We'll be waiting.
All right.
God damn, the why me hat as he's here being like, why me? Episode 1, Sam.
Go on. Slide it on your thumb.
Like a ring? Huh.
Try sticking your thumb out, like you're giving me a like.
So they've made it a little smaller, a little more convenient. It's no longer the bracelet. Activate the ring terminal.
Access your ring terminal to view the map. From here you can check order details as well as the cargo for delivery. Now then, let's review the mission that you'll be undertaking on behalf of Drawbridge. Your destination is a research lab in southern Mexico. When you arrive, you'll need to use the Cupid to connect it to the chiral network. Chiral communication utilizes the beach, where time barely passes. Using the Cupid in conjunction with a delivery terminal will allow us to initiate a zero-time massive data transmission. But because of the distance, it's not feasible to head straight to the lab to establish a connection. You'll need to use the way stations to extend network coverage until you're close enough to get the lab online. Your first stop is C1, Ciudad Nuda del Norte. Bring them a delivery and welcome them into the network. Improper corpse disposal remains a serious problem in Mexico. With every additional corpse that spawns a BT, the risk of a void out grows even higher. C1 in particular is struggling to handle this issue. But once they're online, we can give them the technology they need to address the situation. Why don't you take a look at the cargo you're carrying by opening the menu? You can access useful information about your deliveries via your ring terminal. To review the cargo currently in your possession, select Cargo Management. This is the cargo you'll need to deliver. Be sure to get it to its destination in one piece. It's an excellent idea to place the most important cargo in your backpack. We've given you some additional equipment. It can be carried in pouches or in special hooks, just like cargo. All these weapons can be used to incapacitate humans without killing them, so there is no need to worry about causing a void out. Be sure to weigh your various options as you load up.
Cool. This is amazing. So we have cargo management, what we're packing. We're bringing the weapons with us this time because the first game was about the rope. Second game is about the stick. An automatic rifle suitable for close and mid-range engagements, armed with MP bullets. A handgun that electrocutes close-range targets. The trigger must be held down to build up the charge before firing. It produces no noise, making it well-suited for covert operations where silent takedowns are a necessity. We got a blood bag, and we got a ladder. So this is not carried, so I need to select all of this. And then placement options. And I can see my cargo capacity.
Return to the menu when everything looks good to go.
This is great. So doing your little loadout and what you want and the type of boots that you got. You got your attached to the suit. You got carry in your hands. You got your little boot clip. Fun.
Finally, before heading out, make sure to plot your delivery route. Return to the map.
The Social Strand Service, the SSS. My physical and combat stats. You're that ninja. I see that icon. My corpus. Okay, so you get literally everything to catch you back up. Like all of your characters. Everything that's going on. So Die Hard Man is no longer the UCA president. He has since stepped down and his current whereabouts are unknown. That's crazy. I wonder if he's in this game at all. I'd be very curious. It seems that we're going to go hang out with Dead Man again, which I'm very excited. But I do wonder about Die Hardman. Right-hand man, we like to call him. Yeah, this is sick. We'll definitely read a few of these as they pop up, the ones that are the new things, because there's obviously stuff that we are more than aware of. There's a phenomena section, which is cool. So the APAS 4000 is the Automated Porter Assistance System, but commonly referred to as APAS. It was originally developed as a support program for porters making deliveries within the chiral network, but the network's capacity to instantly transfer massive volumes of data meant the APAS developed rapidly and was, before long, managing and operating deliveries all on its own. As deliveries became entirely automated, Bridges withdrew from the delivery business, and private organizations such as Fragile Express disbanded.
Ready, Sam.
Yes, Fragile. Yes, ma'am. Hold on. Porters are still required to make deliveries outside the chiral network. However, which is why Fragile set up Drawbridge. Thanks to the Chiral Network's use of the beach, where time barely passes, APAS has become more than just a delivery system. It is now involved in all areas of life, from child rearing to healthcare. And this is the interesting thing, because Fragile's like, I got an app. I got an app for that. Here's my childcare app. So jump shock is a syndrome caused by performing repeated jumps to the beach. While it's clear that the syndrome is brought about by the accumulated strain that multiple jumps place on the body, the exact causes are unknown and no treatment has yet been developed. It is still possible to perform jumps while suffering from this syndrome, but doing so puts one's life at risk. So, the gate quakes that we were getting before is earthquake-like phenomena that are triggered when matter passes through the plate gate. Unlike ordinary earthquakes, the strength of the shaking does not always correspond to distance from the epicenter, which could be considered the plate gate itself. The strongest shaking often takes place elsewhere at a seemingly random location. The seismic waves appear to be strongly influenced by the tar currents. In extreme cases, localized shaking affecting only a 100-meter radius has been observed. Gate quakes can also cause abnormal reverberations within the tar currents. This is believed to be the reason why strong quakes have occasionally been observed in areas that are very distant from the plate gate. Very good.
See your destination? There's a river you'll need to cross to get there. There are bandits in the area too. Armed groups that have attacked borders in the past. Think about what route you might take from your current location.
Plotting delivery routes. Hold square to start drawing a route. Try drawing one all the way to your destination. Warning, deep river, the Great Canyon Creek. This is good. We're going to have some combat, armed hostiles. The way that the map is put together, like in terms of like locations, and we can see settlements, is super cool. We're going to cross the border into Mexico. All right, let's draw this route then. So from me, I'm going to go...
Commencing route creation.
And then I can choose where to end the route. Interesting. So I can, like, add a marker. So I could try and go around. I feel like I want to go through this place. Just says, warning, a base established in a former border checkpoint now belongs to an armed group known as the Bandits. A very succinct name. They will attack any porter that passes through, with many already suffering at their hands. You reckon I can take it on? Maybe. So you can essentially just go do a straight line, and then it'll show you all of the dangers along the way. I expect we'll have to get onto this bridge somehow. From what I can see, it looks like we might be able to go around the structure. So let's try this. I'll go here.
When you plot a route
Right.
on the map, you'll see what hazards you may run into along the way. You can face these challenges head on, or try to find a way around them. How you get to your destination is up to you, but think it over before getting underway.
This is such a good addition. I really like the way that you have a job and you can set up the delivery route. Like, if I'm looking at this map correctly, obviously it's not super detailed, but it does look like you could go around the wall or through, like, there's a little hole in the wall. I don't know if that's actually there. I want to go through the stronghold. I mean, I'll be real with you. I want to go through the stronghold. So we want to end up here. And then we want to go through here. I want to check out this, like, seemingly empty place. Now, in terms of getting over this river... I don't know how... Here we go. We can check the distance, right? So, 1,600... It's like 20 meters long. I mean, well, I guess we'll work that out when we get to it, you know, in terms of our ladder being able to potentially cross over. And then, bam! En route here.
Delivery route finalized.
Let's see if that works out for us. What do you reckon?
Latest model Cupid. Just completed. We decided to put a hold on network expansion until it was ready to go. Like last time, you'll be using it to welcome people into a whole new world. It won't be any harder than before either. The Chiral network terminals are ready and waiting. Bridges saw to that. Emily's expedition split into two groups midway. The first continued west, while the second cut south into Mexico. But again, they were only able to lay the groundwork. Until you bring those terminals online with the Cupid, the network can't grow. Hungry?
No.
No more baby food for you.
Don't you give Fragile any trouble while I'm gone. Don't you break my kid.
Who wants to eat?
From what we've seen in a little bit of the trailer with Fragile and Lou, I'm now putting those pieces together. It's not going to be all sunshine and rainbows, I'll say that. But we'll see how it plays out. Goddamn. Okay. Activate compass mode. And so now I can see my custom marker and the route that I've plotted, which is like the arrows pointing us in that direction. Sam's skills have improved as a result of his experiences. Okay. And I can open my corpus, making use of compass mode. Display all active destination markers and switch my focus between them. Focusing the reticle on a target will display the distance to that target from Sam's location. If there is a dramatic difference in elevation, the different distance will be displayed in yellow or red. Very nice. Okay. This is genuinely incredible. Okay, so we have our story so far, and we have our order details. Deliver the Chiral Network Gateway to C1. After connecting North America, Sam and Lou leave the UCA. In an attempt to evade the UCA's attention, they decide to live in hiding on the border with the former Mexico, where Sam works as a freelance porter. So there you go. This is an incredible start. I am in love. So, no baby with us this time. We have a little safe zone. Fragile and Lou are together. We've got a couple of pieces of gear. I'm excited to see how we utilize all of this in our little weapons and tool menu. We got our... Nice.
Been a while since I held a gun.
Been a while since I held a gun. So there's our... We can switch to semi and full auto. And you kind of just bust it out of the box. And then it just sits on the side there now. I have my Why Me hat. Field wear is categorized by where it is equipped and can be switched out quickly from this menu. One of Sam's favorite hats, adored with the slogan Why Me. When worn, it slightly slows the rate at which stamina is depleted. You can also choose whether to wear it front or backwards, which is great. You can also wear the Luden's mask, sunglasses, and Sam's sunnies, and you can also wear them on the head. I love that there's a choice of like how you can wear certain accessories. That's really fun. This is just incredible. I'm so happy to be starting this game, and I'm so happy to be sharing this journey with you. I think at this moment, this is where we'll bring our introduction, our first episode of Death Stranding 2 to a close. What a special time this is. Thank you so much for joining me for our introduction to this game, getting a little bit of an understanding of where we are in comparison to the first game, and our next mission, our objective.
Can anybody hear me?
Can anybody hear me? And we have our route. We're going to Mexico, baby. Yeah, this map is amazing. I'm excited to dive into all of this so much more and to see what all of this is going to be in comparison to the first game, all of the new stuff that we're going to be exposed to, and all of the things that feel very familiar. But I'm so happy. I'm going to keep playing through this game, but this will be a fitting end to the first episode, just as an introduction to really get our footing before we proceed with the mission. So thank you so very much for joining me for this one. The game, obviously by the time this episode goes live, it would have been out publicly, and hopefully a lot of you are playing the game as well. But this is within the early access period at the time of recording. So I'm going to enjoy this for a little while and eventually share this one with all of you. But as usual, if you would please like, comment, subscribe, just like Sam with the thumbs up, with the little chiral ring on. Give me a thumbs up if you liked this video. It does help the channel a lot and helps us all stay connected in the MCA. The Apocalypse channels, amazing. That's what MCA stands for. Apocalypse channel. Amazing. Thank you so much for joining me today, and I hope to see you next time as you join me on this journey through Death Stranding 2. I will see you then.